What if I told you that a covert group of elite fighters has turned the tide in a relentless war? Imagine precision drones soaring through the skies, striking with surgical accuracy, and leaving a superpower's defenses shattered. Ukraine's Special Operations Unit, known as the Ghosts, has become a nightmare for Russian forces, continuously dismantling critical assets on the battlefield. On October 26, the Ghosts executed a daring mission, crippling 3 advanced radar systems in Crimea. This audacious strike was shared by Ukraine's main intelligence directorate, the GUR, revealing the devastating impact of their tactics. As these drones launched toward their targets, they skillfully evaded enemy missiles, turning the tide in their favor. The radars taken out included the 96L6 of the S-400 system, the P-18 Terek, and the Niboyu, alongside a landing craft. In a tense video released by the GUR, viewers witnessed the aerial ballet of drones as they darted through the air, skillfully navigating threats before delivering precision strikes. Were the radars completely destroyed, or merely impaired? Either way, this marks a significant victory for Ukraine, as even damaged systems require extensive time and resources to repair. These are not traditional radars, they represent the pinnacle of Russian defense technology. The 96L6 radar, integral to the S-400 air defense system, can detect targets at astonishing distances of up to 187 miles, providing comprehensive coverage against incoming threats. Valued at around $500 million for the entire S-400 system, its loss severely impacts Russia's defensive capabilities, leaving them vulnerable. Also targeted, the sophisticated Niboyu radar boasts an effective range of 373 miles. A vital asset for early detection of aerial threats, its value is estimated at around $100 million. Each radar plays a crucial role in securing defense against Ukrainian advancements, making them prime targets. As the P-18 Terek radar, an older but reliable system from 1970, faces destruction, it is yet another reminder of the weakening Russian defenses. With its capability of detecting threats across 155 miles, it is a key player in gathering necessary intelligence before more powerful systems engage. Just days prior to this mission, the GUR reported another successful strike on October 23, where 2 enemy radars were eliminated in occupied territories. This continuous assault on Russian air defense showcases the Ghosts' relentless pursuit to weaken their adversary. The shadows of war reveal unsettling truths and brutal efficiency. As Ukraine's Ghosts rise, what does the future hold for the battlefield dynamics in this ongoing conflict? The echoes of drone strikes, the distant explosions, and the palpable tension each successful operation builds a complex narrative of resilience and strategic prowess. Can Russia recover from these losses, or is each strike delivering a fatal blow to their defenses? The answers lie in the shifting sands of warfare. In Ukraine's relentless shadow war, elite forces like the GUR's Ghosts unit strike fear into Russian defenses, dismantling radars and air assets with precision drones. They smashed radar shields over Crimea, exposing vast territories to further threats. On October 26, another brutal hit pulverized Russian systems, leaving Crimea vulnerable. Targets? 3 radars and a landing craft. Ghosts again, evading missiles with ghost-like skill. Watch explosives unleash chaos in footage. Were all destroyed or just crippled? Doesn't matter. Success echoes loudly. Repairs demand time, funds, effort. These aren't basic systems, they're Russia's elite tech, worth fortunes. Ignoring damage means weakness compounded. Yet, could you believe the Ghosts just humiliated Russia's pride? In Crimea, high-tech sentinels crumbled under cheap drone swarms. Feel the rumble of impacts? Smell the acrid burn of shattered electronics? Fingers itch for urgent fixes. Each repair drags on. One radar, the 96L6, fuels Russia's S-400 defenses. It scans all altitudes, spotting supersonic threats like ballistic missiles. Range, up to 187 miles. 360-degree view. Tracks 100 targets simultaneously. Called perfect against Ukraine's HIMARS rockets. S-400 costs $500 million. Without this radar, it'd scrap $500 million in metal, useless against incoming doom. Humiliating, isn't it? Russia's shield reduced to rubble. twist creeps in. That blow wasn't isolated. What if more top-tier tech falls next? Then there's the Niboy super radar for Russia's vault. It hums at high frequencies, detecting afar. Clears supersonic jets or low drones from hundreds of miles. Max range, 373 miles. Price tag, $100 million each. Priceless for spotting Ukrainian threats, giving precious warning. Hear the faint electronic whine of targets lost? Touch the chill of exposed skies. Loss burns deeper, early defense vaporized. Shock hits again. Why trust old relics after this? Enter the P-18 Terek, Soviet-era relic from 1970. Simpler, yet reliable early warning. Range, 155 miles. Successor to P-12. Not flashy, but vital in crises. With modern radars wrecked, Russians cling to these. Radars act as shields, no offense, but they scan horizons, feed interceptors. Without them? Defenses blind, threats slicing through unopposed. What terror if Ukraine targets every one? Ghosts prioritize these, battles raging in shadows. Who wins when Russia's eyes shatter? A mind-bending edge hangs. Questions linger. Will repairs lag, gifting Ukraine momentum? Twists await in airwaves. In the previous tale, we explored the resilient defense mechanisms of the Russian military, focusing on their radar systems that play a crucial role in detecting threats over vast territories. While older models provide essential early warning capabilities, they are still at risk of becoming targets for Ukraine's tactical drone operations. The past few days have been pivotal for both sides in this ongoing conflict. The Ukrainian forces have cast their sights on invaluable radar units, knowing they act as protective shields for Russian air defenses. Without these systems, the Russians are left vulnerable, risking their ability to intercept incoming strikes. Radar systems, while not offensive weapons, gather vital intelligence for air defense. This makes them crucial targets for Ukrainian operations. On October 23 and 24, another series of calculated strikes unfolded, this time targeting Russian radars across occupied regions Zaporizhia, Kherson, and Crimea. Military intelligence from Ukraine reported on the significant success of these operations. Their special forces dismantled two key radar installations, the advanced Nibwat and Assam Buk, vital components of Russian air defense. These radar systems, especially the Nibwa family, introduced new technologies aimed at providing enhanced detection capabilities. The Nibwa SVU, for instance, can identify aerial threats over hundreds of miles, integrating seamlessly with advanced missile systems like the S-300 and S-400. However, when the GUR announced these recent attacks, it hinted more profoundly at the consequences for Russia, not just financial losses, but a hit to their military pride. As the dust settled from the strikes, are we witnessing a shift in power? With elite drone operators famed for their precision and stealth, Ukraine's tactical prowess continues to redefine the battlefield. Each victory, no matter how small, builds the momentum. But the question remains, how long can the Russian forces withstand such relentless assaults, and what retaliatory strategies lie ahead? The skies above Crimea are charged with tension, each drone silently monitoring targets like hawks above uncertain prey. With every report and video shared by the GUR, the message is clear: the ghosts are relentless. But will they push their advantage or step back for the next phase of their strategy? The fate of battles to come hangs in the air, and the next move could become the most critical yet. In recent events, Ukrainian forces, particularly the Ghost Special Operations Unit, have executed precise strikes on Russian radar systems, significantly impacting the battlefield dynamics. On October 23 and 24, the relentless GUR reported the destruction of two enemy radar systems in occupied regions, highlighting the efficiency of their operations. The radars targeted included the Nibwa and the Sam Buk, both integral to Russia's air defense strategy. The Nibwa SVU, introduced in 2001, operates at high frequencies and boasts impressive capabilities. It can identify aircraft from hundreds of miles away but is only one part of a broader system. With a price tag of around $45 million each, losing such assets is a severe blow to Russian defenses. Moreover, reports indicated that the Nibwa that was targeted may not have been the SVU variant but rather a newer Niobe SV system, introduced in 2016. Capable of tracking both aerial and ballistic threats, this radar offers vital early warning information to Russian forces. Regardless of the variant, the loss of these systems hampers Russia's operational capacity, illustrating the growing threat posed by Ukraine's drone capabilities. Meanwhile, the GUR reinforced its commitment to neutralizing high-value targets, releasing footage of drone strikes that provided a captivating view of the action. Each drone, racing through the skies, dodged anti-aircraft missiles expertly before delivering precision strikes on their objectives. At the center of these operations was the sophisticated Buk M3 medium-range missile system. This modern air defense system, a blend of historical design and advanced technology, can intercept speeds nearing 6,700 miles per hour, making it a formidable opponent. Despite this, the impact of Ukraine's drone warfare reverberates throughout Russian military ranks. Their precision strikes not only degrade the defense systems but also shake the confidence of Russian commanders, who find their high-tech equipment threatened by relatively simple yet effective drone attacks. The cumulative effect of such operations emerges as a significant concern, illustrating how technology and strategy intertwine in modern warfare. As the conflict continues, the stakes remain high on both sides, with each engagement providing a glimpse into the evolving nature of military tactics. What does this signify for the future of air defense in the region? Can Russia recover its formidable capabilities before the next devastating strike? The answer may hinge on how quickly they adapt to the relentless assault of Ukraine's ghosts. Building on unrelenting drone assaults that crippled Russian air defenses across Crimea, turning their vaunted radars into silent husks, the ghosts struck deeper. In late September, Ukraine's military intelligence agency unveiled footage of another ruthless operation. The Kasha airbase loomed just beyond Sevastopol, Crimea's bustling heart, a fortress buzzing with enemy might. Could a shadowy elite squad obliterate a key Russian stronghold, scattering jets meant to bomb Ukrainian skies and exposing vital coasts to merciless raids? Imagine the shock, hidden warriors dismantling aviation icons right under Russia's nose, leaving the Crimea exposed like a peeled onion, vulnerable to every incoming storm. The ghosts, those spectral masters of the skies, had honed in on this prize. Piloted by daring operators, their drones slashed through the night, targeting four crucial assets. Two formidable An-26 transport planes, those hulking cargo beasts, each a symbol of Russian logistical firepower, and two coastal radar stations, guardians of the Black Sea shores, all fell prey to precision strikes. Tears opened in Russia's defenses, big as battle scars, weakening their grip on the peninsula. It was another brutal blow in Ukraine's symphony of resistance, orchestrated by the GUR, the main intelligence directorate, who broadcast the triumph on their channels. Video captured from the drone's eyes showed the assault unfold, fast shadows weaving past invisible barriers, explosions blooming like angry flowers in the dark. But why does this matter? These aren't just machines, they're lifelines for invaders raping the land. The An-26 transports ferry troops and bombs to crush cities, their engines roaring like distant thunder, belching acrid smoke that hung heavy over Sevastopol's salty breezes. Coastal radars, those vigilant watchers, scanned horizons for threats, their antennae humming like a low growl, providing warnings that could save lives or end them. Striking here wasn't random, it humiliated Russia's hubris, turning their airbase, a hub of conquest, into a tomb for dreams of domination. Imagine commanders rubbing weary eyes, tasting defeat's bitter sting, as alarms wailed futilely against the drone swarm. Flashback to a crisp September evening months ago, when the first whispers of these ghosts echoed through the wind. Operators huddled in a dim, earthy bunker, the air thick with the metallic tang of wiring and the faint, damp chill of distant rain soaking the ground. They'd lean in, screens glowing softly, charting paths through stormy skies, heartbeats syncing with drone motors, a tactile buzz through joysticks like holding fragile hope amid chaos. That memory lingered, a sensory echo, the crackle of radio static, the earthy smell of mud after a downpour, fingers numb yet resolute on controls, forging the ghost's legend. The ripples from this attack swelled like an ocean current, eroding Putin's claims of invincibility. Ghosts spearheaded these decisive hits, their drones ripping holes in layered defenses, revealing Russia's emperor wore no clothes, just fraying threads of paranoia. Yet, as drones hummed away, Adjusting trajectories mid-flight, the question lingered, had this exposed even greater vulnerabilities, or was something darker brewing in the shadows? A twist lurked, unforeseen at Lexia, where one victory masked another's peril, forcing Ukraine to wonder if the next blow would come from depths untouched. The airbase lay in ruins, a graveyard or twisted wings and silenced scanners, but the Ghost's war machine rolled on, momentum building like a gathering storm. What hidden ace did the Russians hold, ready to retaliate in twisted irony, turning the hunters into the hunted? As fades echoed, curiosity clawed at the soul. Could Ukraine's spectral warriors unleash a chain reaction, toppling the entire Crimean facade, or would an unexpected betrayal shatter their unbreakable facade? In the heart of conflict, the specter known as Ukraine's ghostly Special Operations Unit emerges, leaving its mark on the battle-scarred landscape of occupied Crimea. These audacious fighters have transformed the night into a canvas of precision strikes, illuminating a relentless pursuit of dominance over Russia's formidable defenses. Imagine the unsettling quiet of twilight drones whispering through the air, their engines a low hum against the backdrop of distant gunfire. Just outside Sevastopol, the largest city in Crimea, under the veil of darkness, the Ghost operators prepare for another audacious assault. Their mission? To neutralize a crucial radar station belonging to the notorious S-400 Triumph air defense system, a symbol of Russia's military prowess, supposedly impervious. On the fateful night of September 30th, chaos erupts as Ukrainian forces unleash their high-tech drones. For Russian assets, 2 transport planes and 2 radar stations become victims of this strategic masterpiece. As the first drone strikes, an An-26 aircraft explodes in a brilliant fireball. The flames illuminate the night and signal a devastating blow to the enemy's capabilities. Each explosion reverberates with the echoes of triumphant fury. The air, thick with acrid smoke and the scent of burning metal, becomes a stage for destruction. The Ghost unit seamlessly coordinates their assault, the drones weaving through the air, evading enemy missiles with the precision of phantoms. The radar systems, critical for surveillance over the skies and shores, fall silent as the GUR fighters deliver their punishing blow, leaving the Russians blind to impending threats. But the ramifications extend far beyond mere equipment losses. This strike signifies a profound shift in the battlefield dynamics. The destruction of these radars not only weakens Russian defenses but also instills doubt in their ranks. How can they defend against an unseen enemy, lurking in the shadows? The P-18 and the Nibor radars, which once stood as the guardians of Russia's airborne threats, now lie in ruins. Their loss is not just a technical blow, it's a psychological one. With reports indicating their inability to detect incoming missiles and drones, the Kremlin's confidence begins to falter. The Ghosts have turned the tide, sowing fear among their adversaries. The genius of this operation lies in its strategy, taking out high-value targets piece by piece, undermining the very foundation of Russian air defense. But as the GUR celebrates this success, the question lingers in the air: what will Russia's response be? The Ghosts have gained momentum, but the battle is far from over. Days later, another strike hits home as the Ukrainian drones continue their haunting. Their relentless campaign against Russia's radar installations ramps up, leaving behind a trail of chaos and uncertainty. Each new attack pushes the envelope, and with each successful strike, the stakes rise higher. The Ghosts of Ukraine remain vigilant, for in this war, every second counts, and every target is crucial. The next chapter in this saga is yet to unfold. The question on everyone's mind echoes loud and clear: how will the Kremlin respond to this unseen enemy that strikes from the shadows, dismantling their defenses? As tension mounts, the battle for control over Crimea escalates, threatening to expose the vulnerabilities once hidden behind layers of sophisticated technology. The Ghosts have set the stage, now, it's time to witness the unfolding drama. On September 30th, a major blow struck Russia's defenses in Crimea. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces unleashed a precise attack on the S-400 Triumph radar station, the crucial eye of Russia's air defense. This powerful system, designed to intercept unmanned aerial vehicles, was rendered blind, crippling its entire capability to engage threats. The strike was not just a tactical success, it symbolized Ukraine's relentless resolve to dismantle the enemy's defense infrastructure. Imagine the tension on that fateful night. The sky rumbled with the sounds of drones, cutting through the air like whispers of fate. As the missile launched, the destruction unleashed upon the radar station transformed it into a smoldering ruin, where once stood a formidable guardian of Russian airspace. Each successful strike echoes through military corridors, denting Russia's defensive posture while paving new paths for Ukrainian operations. Why is this so critical? Because every downed radar exacerbates Russia's already fragile military framework, weakening their hold over occupied territories. With each successful strike, Ukraine not only dismantles physical assets but invokes psychological warfare. What if the mighty S-400, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, can't see what's coming? It leaves Russian commanders grappling with uncertainty, their defenses in disarray. This campaign is about more than just hardware, it's a calculated endeavor to strip away layers of hostility. The losses Russia faces challenge the Kremlin to juggle its dwindling resources amidst a deepening economic crisis. The stakes could not be higher. As each radar loss significantly diminishes their capacity to protect strategic locations. And while repair is possible, many systems are permanently wrecked by the explosive precision of Ukrainian drones. In a world relentlessly pulsing with tension, the consequences of these operations ripple far and wide. What will happen next? Will Ukraine's ingenuity keep dismantling the Russian war machine piece by piece, or will Russia claw back its defenses? The atmosphere is charged, the answer looming just beyond the horizons of conflict, waiting to unfold in the days to come. Building on the devastation of explosive drones slamming into Russia's radar defenses, turning multi-million-dollar gear into worthless rubble, and saddling the Kremlin with repair bills amid economic turmoil. Can you imagine Russia's mighty defenses crumbling under scraps of metal that soared through the air? Gasping that rancid smell of burning circuits and overheated machinery as flames licked at shattered consoles. Inflation strangling their war chests like a noose. The Kremlin funnels billions from the federal budget into arms. Gripping fuel crises choke regions, a whistling wind of shortages thanks to Ukraine's cunning drone raids on storage hubs. Front lines stagnant. Infrastructure groaning under attack. Russia can't bleed billions for radar fixes. No hidden fortunes to buy replacements. Feel the chill of desperation? Picture the doubts creeping in. Each downed radar, worth tens of millions or more, meant to pierce miles of open sky. Yet, humble FPV drones, cheap skirmishers, break through unspotted. Air defenses, silent failures, let screams of exploding drones go unanswered. Ukraine mocks with swarms. Layered shields intercept most. But Russia's chaos? Disorganized. Systems erased in precision twilight dances. Commanders sweat. Soldiers whisper fears. Public eyes widen in disbelief. Boasting world-class tech. Yet, Kremlin forces falter. The twist? Pride fractures first. Confidence shatters like glass under boots, leaving a bitter taste of incompetence. What if these ghosts strike deeper, exposing every blind spot? A shocking hum of engine roars fades into quiet dread. Metals warping with a metallic tang in the air. Is Russia's shield truly broken? Or just beginning to reveal its fatal cracks? Then, a thunderclap twist emerges, Ukraine's relentless waves start spotting every nuance. Air defenses vanish one by one. In shadowy maneuvers. Soldiers question. Public murmurs grow. Technology. Once a boast. Now a farce. The sting of humiliation deepens. Amplify the panic. Echoes of alarms from hit installations. Smell ozone from fried wires. Touch vibration of distant blasts. The battlefield tilts. Shadows lengthen. And Ukraine's ghosts grin. What hidden blow comes next to humiliate the invader? A thrill of dread. Energies surge with urgency. Questions whirl. Why falter despite vast investments? The answer haunts. Confidence erodes. Confidence destroys faith. Each loss an emotional slash. Commanders tremble. Echoes of defeat, whispers of imminent storms? Sensory overload builds. Hear sirens wail unanswered. Smell sulfurous blasts. Feel ground shudder. The turn? Unexpected alliance of cheap tools vanquishing giants. Making Russia's claims ring hollow. Humiliation peaks. A rhetorical roar, when will the shield break entirely? In a gripping narrative of modern warfare, Ukraine's elite special operations unit, the Ghosts, has become a nightmare for Russian forces. These highly trained operatives have been executing precision strikes, crippling Russia's advanced radar systems and air defenses, and creating a path to regain territory in Crimea. With each successful mission, they not only damage enemy assets but also instill fear and confusion among Russian troops and leadership. On October 26, the Ukrainian military intelligence, known as GUR, reported another strategic attack. 3 Russian radar systems, central to their air defense, were targeted and struck on the Crimean Peninsula. Imagine the swift motion of drones soaring overhead, evading missiles with the agility of hawks. This time, the Ghosts took out the formidable 96L6 radar of the S-400 system, the P-18, and the H-6U, all vital for detecting incoming threats. The footage captured from the drones showed them weaving and darting through the air, striking right where it hurt. The loss of these radar systems can't be understated. Without them, Russia's shield against Ukrainian missiles has weakened significantly. The 96L6, part of a high-tech network worth several hundred million, provides real-time detection capabilities and can track diverse aerial threats, a crucial asset for Russia's defense strategy. But the Ghosts' recent strikes have left them with a serious handicap, as damaged radars translate to a lack of oversight over the skies, leaving troops exposed to follow-up drone swarms. A former Ukrainian officer articulated the gravity of this situation perfectly, revealing that firing paths are now open for Ukrainian drones and missiles. A significant portion of the Crimean landscape shows alarming gaps in radar coverage. It's a chilling reality. With fewer defenses standing, the path to reclaiming lost territory seems clearer than ever. Can Russia's beleaguered forces effectively defend against this onslaught without their essential radar systems? Every downed radar deepens the vulnerability of Russian positions. In the days leading up to this recent strike, the GUR executed multiple operations, targeting radar stations across Crimea and beyond. Each attack not only speaks to the Ghosts' precision but also emphasizes the strategic importance of these systems. Imagine the tension in the air as the Ghosts approach their objectives, with the scent of adrenaline and the distant sounds of warfare echoing around them. With each successful mission, the momentum swings further in Ukraine's favor. The Kremlin may find itself outmatched and outmaneuvered, struggling against an ever-evolving enemy strategy. If they run out of resources to repair and replace these vital systems, the grip they hold over Crimea could very well slip through their fingers. The Ghosts are not just striking targets, they are reshaping the very landscape of modern warfare. The stakes are high, and the battle for dominance in the air is intensifying. What will happen next as the Ghosts continue their relentless campaign against Russian defenses? In this high-stakes game, the truth is as sharp as the drones they deploy. Each strike carries the weight of a nation wrestling for its freedom and identity. As the Russian command scrambles to respond, one haunting question remains: can they adapt in time to thwart an enemy that seems to be always one step ahead? The race is on, and the outcome is still uncertain. In the last chapter, we saw Crimea's defenses crumbling under relentless Ukrainian strikes, leaving Russia vulnerable and Ukraine's dream of retaking the peninsula tantalizingly close. But what if the Ghosts of the GUR have unleashed something even darker? Can you imagine the Kremlin's iron grip slipping away completely, with Kiev's forces marching in unchallenged? Here's how it all culminates, with a twist that'll shatter your faith in Russian might. What if Russia's vaunted air defenses, costing fortunes, crumble like cheap toys under cheap drones? Picture the acrid stench of burning circuits filling the air, the distant rumble of explosions vibrating through your bones, the frustrated shouts of commanders echoing in bunkers. Their radars, meant to scan hundreds of miles, blind and useless now, tens of millions down the drain. Why does Ukraine swarm so effectively while Russia watches its own tech burn? But the Ghosts don't stop there. Every strike undermines their confidence, turns those shield pieces into junk. Rhetorically, how can billion-dollar systems fail against humble tools? Sensory horrors mount, the sharp crack of interception failures, the smoky haze obscuring views, the gritty debris underfoot as defenses fall. Moreover, these attacks blind Russia further. One less eye scanning horizons means chaos below. Follow-up swarms roar and unopposed, sirens wailing too late. Crimea weakens immensely, its air now a hotbed of risk. A former Crimean officer warned, corridors exist for Ukraine's arsenal. No warnings, no defenses, total exposure. Russia can't rebuild fast enough. Retreat looms inevitable. Kiev's advance grows unstoppable. But wait, what shocking secret twists this tale? In a breathtaking reversal, Ukrainians capture key Russian pilots during one skirmish. These captives reveal insider intel: their own forces sabotage defenses from within, fearing defeat. The great Russian bear, humiliated, flees Crimea in disgrace. Anthem echoes ironically, Moscow's power, once supreme, now a wheezing echo of shattered illusions. Ukraine rises victorious, but the war's true shadows emerge, exposing betrayals that redefine everything.